Today we've already talked about European football, we've already talked about the Premiership, and we've already talked about the Championship. But now we're leaving the best for last as we dive in to League One. In Hamilton, Academical have once again been hit with a points deduction. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. And bad news for Hamilton Academical fans, as the club has been hit with a fine and a points deduction that will see them drop off the top of Scottish League One.
Bit of a disaster for them. I mean, it's the last thing they need, a points deduction, a fine on top of it. But at the same time, at 6 points, it could have been worse. We've seen bigger points deductions in the past. I mean, it has knocked them off the top spot and down to 6th.
But 6 points knocked them down to 6th. That's a bit
symbolic, isn't it? Ironic, but at the same time, I think they could be a bit snookered, couldn't they?
Could they?
Yeah, I'm looking at Hamilton, and I thought they would do well this season.
Well, they were doing well. They were top of the table. Well, I think you're on to Rice here. What are you talking about? Oh, I thought they would do well. Oh, they were. Oh,
no, I thought they'd win the league. Is what I'm saying.
No, you didn't. You put it in Inverness.
I did.
Aye. You're talking
compete for the league.
You're absolutely.
I think this is the thing that's going to.
You are talking fucking dog shit.
What do you mean talking dog shit? This is what happens when you talk about League
So
One.
hold on. If they're 3 points in front of Inverness, they can win the league and compete. But if they're 3 points behind Inverness, they can't win the league and compete.
I think it's all over for them, aye.
How?
Because Inverness are on a roll, even though they've picked up 1 point in the last 6 games. Last 6 points.
No, but Hamilton have had almost an the only difference between Hamilton and Inverness has won one more game than Hamilton, and Hamilton drew theirs. So there's 2 points between the teams. Even though there's 3, Inverness started with a -5 point deduction, and Hamilton have had a -6. So 10 games in, there's only 2 points.
Right.
There's only 2 points between the teams. So what is there to suggest to you that Hamilton can no longer compete?
Right, I was being over dramatic, but
you're full of shite.
It's a bit of a.
Listen, I know.
It's an issue.
No, I know that you support Rangers and your team can't compete, and I get that, right?
Your team can.
You're just used to mid-table mediocrity. I understand that, but don't be condemning Hamilton. Don't be writing them off. They're not down and out, not yet.
Yeah, but are we looking at further points deductions here?
Hold on, they're in 6th place. Where are Rangers?
6th place.
Aye.
Well, we're over. We're done.
Hold on.
That's why I'm used to saying it.
And Hamilton.
Teams that are in 6th tend to be done, by the way.
Aye, well.
No, but is there any other points deductions getting done?
Hamilton have won 5 more games than Rangers, I'll let you know.
That's mad, isn't it? No, but is there any other points deductions?
Well,
are they in threat of that? That's what I'm thinking.
Well, we will see.
It was after paying trialists and fielding amateur players were under a transfer embargo.
Yeah, well, basically...
They should never have done that.
Yeah, basically they had a transfer embargo and they just breached it, so... I don't think there will be... Well, I mean, now that they've breached it, can they continue to breach it, or will a further breach... But how can you further breach something if it's already been breached? Does that mean that their transfer embargo now is effectively over? Or will the transfer embargo continue to be in place, and then if Hamilton continue to field ineligible players, then they'll get hit with further points deductions? I think it's more likely to be the latter. But we'll have to wait and see. They've been handed a 6-point deduction, and they've been fined $22,000 after paying trialists and fielding amateur players, like you said, playing under a transfer embargo, so that sucks for them. An independent SPFL disciplinary tribunal concluded that they had breached multiple rules. As we know, Hamilton were relegated last season after being deducted 15 points, which to me felt very harsh on the club, because I think if you're going to get hit with a points deduction, at least get hit with it early, and then you know what you need to overcome. Like last season, Inverness, they were hit with 15 points and then they managed to come back for it. This season, they were hit with 5. Edinburgh City have been hit with 15. You know, they've recovered now. They've got neutral points. They're on 0 points. I think the way they did Hamilton last year was fucking extremely dirty. It was like 3 games to go, 2 games to go, and they hit them with the 15 points. And I get it. I suppose that
it ruined the end of the championship.
And I suppose you could argue. Well, I mean, Airdrie were down anyway. All it did was cement a different team to go down. Didn't really ruin anything, did it?
I think it ruined the end of it.
Nah, Airdrie, because
no, I know Airdrie were down, but the playoff spot was interesting.
No, I guess that is
That's
true.
what
Like,
I know Airdrie were doing. It saved Airdrie, but the playoff spot was looking toasty.
so I
And
mean,
it died on its arse.
yeah. So Hamilton, they can feel unfortunate to be in League One, and now they can feel unfortunate to get. I don't really understand this. I get it. You have rules and stuff like that, but see when a team's already struggling and a team's going into administration and a team's got no money and shit like this, like Rangers, is it really fine?
What are these wee digs, underhanded digs?
Is it really?
Your club owes 40 million apparently.
Aye, Matty Miles talks fucking shite. We Matty liar. Anyway,
We Matty the second.
Anyway,
Moving on.
Point was, is fining these teams and handing them points deductions, is that really the right way to go about it? Should we not be trying to help these teams rather than further cement them to failure? Further cement them 6 feet under? It just doesn't really make any sense to me.
I agree. You should be looking to save teams. There's no point killing teams. Knocking them while they're down. Battering them while they're down.
I don't think this is killing them, but it's certainly big. It's certainly putting a few more nails in the hammer of the coffin.
I tend to agree with some of it, but at the end of the day, they've breached rules that were clearly put in place.
Well, what were they found guilty of? Here are the following bullet points that the SPFL have stated. Here we go. Making payments to players who are registered as amateurs and or who the club have attempted to register as amateurs. Making payments to players who have appeared as trialists. Breaching their duty to act in good faith towards the SPFL and other clubs. Abuse of the registration system by attempting to register professional players as amateurs. Failing to keep records and documentation required under SPFL rules. So that is it. That is your whack. Of their £22,000 fine, £3,000 is suspended until the end of the 2026-27 season. Well, how kind of them. So they only need to pay £19,000 up front, and they'll pay a further £3,000 in about 19 months.
I don't think this is that bad, man. I think it's getting blown out of proportion. At the end of the day, if you're trying to portray like senior players as amateur players to get round the loophole, I think you do deserve to get punished, man. No, I think so.
I don't know. I'm sitting on the fence here. I just don't think that's a good idea. I personally.
Alright, well, say Hibs were doing it. Say Celtic were doing it. You'd want them punished.
Oh fuck, absolutely.
So we've got to be impartial here.
I know, but the smaller clubs should be getting away with it. Just give them a wee slap on the wrist. You know what I mean?
Maybe if Hearts this season do some fielding ineligible players, they'll get away with it then.
Well, I think we'll get a title handed to us by soon.
You got a relegation, so I think it's only fair you get a title.
Anyway, Hamilton, like I said, on 14 points now, 6 behind Steno's Muir.
Yeah, I'll take it because that means Gerrard probably got one of his wishes back, a pandemic.
Aye. Anyway, I think that Hamilton will probably... I think they'll be alright. I'm not going to say they're going to win the league, but I still think they'll finish in the playoff spots at minimum.
Yeah, but it is also a blow. But I mean, I was a wee bit over-exaggerating saying it's over, but I do believe Inverness are going to win it.
Yeah, got the best goal difference as well, so I mean... I'll be close.
Yes, but also... I haven't really looked too much into Hamilton's season, but at the end of the day, the players that they fielded were ineligible. They won't be able to use them anymore, and how much did they help them? They're going to get worse.
That is true. That is true. So
I don't know. Here, I'm not saying they were fielding Messi and Ronaldo, but they're obviously fielding players that were beneficial.
See if you could get away with fielding Messi and Ronaldo for 10 games, so it would be worth the 6-point deduction. Because you'd have to assume that those two guys would win you more than 6 points worth.
What would you call Messi? Tidy or something?
Although, I mean, £22,000 fine, how much would you be out of pocket paying his wages?
I know, that would be a problem.
That would be enough to kill a club like Hamilton.
It would be.
That would kill Scottish football.
I know, it would fucking...
I don't even think the clubs in Scotland can even, come together and pay Messi for a week.
I know.
So, anyway, guys,
them on.
That's it, but you have to get like the wee cup out and start begging. Any spare change.
For
Clubs.
Messi.
Anyway, things could get messy. That's it. That's your video. This is your late night video.
Yeah.
Talk football. We normally bring you 4 a day, sometimes 5, sometimes 6. But we
want 7. We want 8.
But we ain't gonna brag about it, like similar channels. But anyway, Hamilton Academical. Where else would you get it?
Tomorrow morning.
I bet you Hamilton FC haven't even uploaded this.
No.
They probably just made a wee shitey website statement.
Tomorrow though, all the Europa action. I'm looking forward to it.
Alright, we'll put the polls out, guys, and we'll do all the previews tomorrow after we finish the late night shift. So, two failed posties posting this and heading out.
I was a better postie than you.
You last it a bit longer, like, I mean...
Matthew
Miles, how about that, eh? You have a field day. There's two field posties on this channel.
So hold on. See that lasted longer. Some people like, what, 3 months? I did 5 years. You did 2 days. Fucking, there's levels to this game, and I mean, if I'm first class, what are you? 8 for something?
I don't have a stamp.
Aye.
I didn't get a stamp. I'm not on the. My letter didn't get posted.
I'm special delivery.
My letter just got chucked in the bin or thrown on top of a bus stop.
Right, that's it. Anyway.
Right, that's the special. Anyway, that's it, guys. Catch you in the next one.
Baby.
I'm going to go and do the night shift here so I can try and donate some money to Hearts so they can pay back that imaginary £40 million that apparently they'll.
No.
That some bullshit in the comments likes to always talk about.
Exactly.
As soon as your club's doing well, he hits you with an imaginary £40 million.
Fucking just appeared for thin air.
See when Celtic go top if they go top the table, I'm going to make up a load of mental made up claims about them. How about that?
Don't need to.
That's true.
Anyway, till next time.
Got enough dirt under the carpets. Anyway, guys, or rug even.
Right, just fucking end it.
Right, till next time. Hamilton are screwed. 6-point deduction sucks for them, but I think they'll be all right. Till next time. Peace.